Strengthening is a key component to maintaining independence, so it's important that you build the muscles in your legs. Today we're going to go over 3 exercises to help you build the muscles in your legs, but I want to emphasize that in order to build muscle, you have to utilize what's called overload principle, meaning that you have to actually challenge yourself. So we're going to go through 3 exercises, and if those are too easy, I will have a progression for each one to make it more challenging, to improve your overload and therefore help you improve your strength. Remember to ask your physician before starting any new program. But that being said, let's get started. The first exercise we're going to go through together is a backward step lunge. Use a countertop, have a chair close by. Definitely make sure you use safety first, okay? The back step lunge, you're going to step backwards and go down. Backwards and down. You can alternate left and right. If going down deep is difficult, watch. Do a mini step, okay? With that, right now I'm hanging onto the bar. If your balance is good and you're able to do this without the bar, that increases the challenge and the stability that's required that further pushes and progresses the exercise. If you feel like this is getting pretty easy, where you can do a backward step lunge without having to hang on, and after you do about 10 repetitions, you don't feel like your legs are fatigued or they don't feel like they're really working, then I want you to grab a weight. I've got a 12-pounder. That could maybe be too much to start with. If it is, then grab a little bit lighter weight. Here's a 4-pounder. Step back. Step back. Do maybe 10 or so. If this feels like it's getting a good workout or good fatigue out of those legs, then that's great. A little bit of soreness is good. If you feel some soreness the next day, that's fantastic. That means those muscles have been working. If it's a lot of soreness, then you probably overdid it. I don't want you to overdo it. I want it to be manageable. Like I said, if that 4-pounder is not enough, grab something a little more. 8, 12. The 12, obviously, it's going to make it a little bit more challenging. But that's what we want. We want some challenge. We want those legs to work. The next one we're going to jump into once we get rid of this guy is a squat. Start with a mini squat if a full squat is too difficult. Have a chair right behind you so that you can sit down if you need. Mini squat. Have a countertop, something you can hang on to. Squat deeper if you can. All the way down. If you can do 10 to 15 repetitions, pretty easy. You can use the chair even. Touch that chair lightly. Back up. Back up. You can put the hands out front if you want. If that's pretty easy, again, grab a weight. I'm going to grab the 12-pounder. If that's too much initially, then don't do it. But grab a little bit of weight, whatever you've got around the house. You can use water bottles, cans of soup, bigger cans if it's too easy, one of the smaller cans. But progress it if it's getting easier. Because if you don't progress it, those muscles are just maintaining. We want to build you up so that you can keep your independence and get even better. With that, I want you to do a goblet squat. So you're holding it like you're holding a goblet, like you're going to take a drink right out of that. And then right here, touch that chair. I want you to touch the chair like a butterfly landed on a flower. So very light. I don't want you slamming down on that chair and back up. Slamming down on that chair and back up. Half the work is that slow descent. Touch that chair lightly. Lightly and back up. Slow descent, lightly back up. Hold that guy, that little weight, like I said, almost like a goblet, like you're going to take a drink. They're called goblet squats. So without the weight, a great place to start. If it starts getting easy without the weight, grab a weight, do the goblet squat. Very good. That being said, gonna jump right into the next one. So far we've focused on the large muscles of the upper part of the leg. Now we're gonna focus on the lower part of the leg. I want you to come up on your toes, back down slow. Up on your toes, back down slow. Up on your toes. This is such an important exercise that gets neglected because this is how you can propel forward. It helps you push yourself forward. If you need to reach for something, this is a very important exercise to be able to push through when you're standing. So, up, down slowly. If it's hard to balance, hang onto the table or chair, down slowly. What we're going to do here to progress is we're going to go up with 2, and then once you're up with 2, raise one leg up and slowly go down. This can be hard to balance, so you can hang on. Up with 2, down slowly with 1. Up with 2, down slowly with 1. Make sure you do both sides. Down slowly with 1. Up with 2, down slowly with 1. If that gets to the point that that's easy, cross one behind. This is a little bit of a balance challenge, so hang on if you need. If you can do it without hanging on, that's impressive. But hang on if you need. Go up and down. Up and down. I don't want it to be down fast. We're not popping. Up, control, down. Up, control, down. So that gives you some exercises to start with, and if they're easy, that gives you the first progressions to improve the challenge or increase the challenge so that you can elicit overload principle and therefore build your muscles. So let me know if these exercises are helpful in the comments, and also if this video has been helpful, please subscribe and I'll see you at the next video.